So, on the menu for today, besides an inspection, is actually an igniter change in the APU. So, this is the exciter box right here, power in, and the igniter cable. You can always tell the cables because of this shielding to make sure that it doesn't create noise, because this is a very high tension, high power spark. Sometimes the sticker on the side will tell you how much. It could be like 10,000 or 20,000 volts. And then I'm glad they're actually time changing these, because if I can dig the picture up, I'll show you some that I pulled out where there was literally nothing left at the end because they just ran it on condition until it wouldn't start. Obviously, once you get the B nut off, always take a look up inside there of the end of the cable, and also inside the exciter plug itself, and just make sure that pin looks clean. If it's all black and burned, this cable jaw has actually loosened up from heat and it's arcing inside of there, and that will also cause issues for you. So here you can see the difference between a new igniter plug and the reason they're changing this one, which is that gap. But I have seen them where literally it has eroded away the shell back and it's exposed the inner insulator, because they just keep running it and they don't check it. But always a good thing. And then obviously pay attention. These people were smart enough when they sent me an igniter plug. They also sent me the gasket, which is better than reusing the old gasket, especially sometimes these are pretty fused on from being under tension and a little bit of corrosion and whatever, which is pretty nice. And I'm glad they have this time change. You can tell this company actually cares about their jets, unlike some of them. So now I'm going to put the igniter plug in, and I'm running into an issue that is way more common than you imagine, and that is the liner inside. The hole does not line up with the way the igniter plug wants to go in, and the easy fix is literally take a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, stick it in there, and just give it a little tweak to try and, because those actually, it's more like a disc that floats inside the combustion liner, and sometimes catching it, you want to make sure it's free, which this one is. I can feel it. It wiggles around easy. So now it's just a matter of catching it the right way. I've literally had some where what I did is I took a little piece of paper that comes inside the tube that the igniter comes in. I wouldn't use plastic, but paper I wouldn't be so worried about, because it's just going to burn. And I've actually made a little cone that went on the end of this to help guide it in the hole, to kind of act like a guide or a shim or something like that, to help it get in. And then the paper just burns away instantly, so you don't have to worry about it. But that was in a extreme emergency where I tried everything and I just could not get it in. This one, I'm hoping just by tweaking it around and getting it to float a little, should hopefully get it to go. Yeah, there we go. It is now up to the threads, and I didn't have to resort to the paper emergency tube. You just roll the paper around the tip, shove it in, get it straight, and then slide this inside the paper, and like I said, it'll just burn away. And another way you can tell if the end of this cable is messed up is how easy it goes on or off. I've had somewhere literally I had to use pliers to pull this off, but that right there is the way it should be. It should just be a push fit, because there's like a spring-loaded jaw shape on the end that locks down around that pin inside the center of the end of the igniter that the cable attaches. Because when you have high voltage like that, any arc is going to create heat and carbon, and it could even get to melting. I've actually seen those pins, the end of them melted and fused to the jaw. All bad. You want, like I showed you, just a nice easy push fit.